she could buy anything in this world except the truth from the man she loved. In this life, have you ever seen any baby born here on earth that has never been touched by human hands? People assume that Elena was born untouchable, but she wasn't. Elena Rose built herself from a crammed apartment, a scholarship that barely covered books, and a habit of working when others slept. But by the age of 42, she was a billionaire. Nothing in this life is ever certain. So, money gave her the control, but it never gave her certainty. The certainty every human needs on this earth. She had no tabloid scandals, no loud divorces, and there was no hunger for attention. All she had was just discipline and a private ache never talked about. So, certainty arrived one rainy evening in a bookstore cafe, and she didn't need to be in. He was late, of course. He was. Daniel Moore rushed in a soaked, apologetic air, plastered to his forehead, eyes sharp with restless intelligence. He didn't recognize her name, didn't straighten his posture, he didn't change his tone. All he talked about were architecture, about city design without cruelty, about spaces that didn't exhaust people just by existing. He paid for his coffee in coins, and Elena noticed everything. They met again and again, but Elena never told him who she really was. She liked how he treated her when he thought she was ordinary. He challenged her, walked away from conversations instead of clinging to them. Love didn't arrive dramatically. It settled in quietly. So the time came. She finally told him the truth. He went silent. He was not impressed, nor intimidated. I wish you had told me earlier, he said. I wanted to be sure, she replied. You know, these days, when people are in love, they come together to live under one roof. So was Elena. Elena lived with Daniel. They lived in one room. They lived in the same house. They moved in together, but Daniel insisted on paying his own share. Pride mattered to him. But slowly, something changed. Projects stalled. Invitations stopped coming. Being the man dating a billionaire made him invisible in rooms where he once felt respected. Elena noticed this. She chose patience instead of pressure. That was her mistake. Viewers and listeners alike, do you know that betrayal don't just begin with intention, it begins with silence? So to you, my listeners and my viewers out there, please don't ever betray someone that truly loves you. Don't ever take them for granted. Don't even try to betray them. Betrayal hurts. Do you know that? Betrayal truly hurts. Elena was younger and available, but Daniel told himself it was temporary. So to him, it was harmless. Elena found out through patterns that stopped making sense. A receipt and through a missed call. You know, when people call you and maybe let's say you are cheating and somebody calls you in the presence of your boyfriend or your woman friend, but you just don't feel like picking up the call in their presence. So I think this is actually what is happening between Elena and Daniel. Please tell me, she said quietly. Who was that? She asked, and Daniel told her everything. So that very night, she asked him to leave. She wasn't so angry anyways, but she said that so decisively. Her mind was made up. After Daniel closed the door, Elena sat on the door and felt humiliation. It wasn't that of heartbreak anyways. Money hadn't protected her from choosing the wrong person. Daniel lost more than Elena. Without her belief, his life collapsed quickly, and regret arrived as clarity, therapy, accountability, silence. But Elena didn't answer his call. He wanted to be accountable, but she wasn't even having it. She wasn't even having any of this. She was tired. She felt so betrayed. She felt humiliated. So she wasn't even ready to listen to him, to his make-up stories. Elena didn't answer his calls. She didn't read his messages. It was until a letter arrived. There was no apology. They met again almost a year later. They met again a year later. They met again a year later in a public place in the afternoon. Daniel didn't reach for her hand. "Hey, this guy, I just don't know if I can trust you again," she said. "I know. Yes, well, I know. Elena, I know. You can never trust me again. Trust is not easily built," he said. Both of them could read in between the lines. Their hearts were willing to fall in love again. They didn't reunite immediately. They rebuilt slowly. But this time, Elena didn't shrink apart. This time, too, Daniel didn't compete with it. He didn't compete with her. Reconciliation wasn't romance, but it worked. So what they did differently, so differently was that they never pretended that the past didn't happen like some lovers do today. They never pretended. They simply refused to let it define their future. And that, more than money, more than apologies,